There was this one where so before, during the first part, there were these people who were on this thing that was coming down from the roof, and they were dancing. But this time it was they did it twice. They did an activity on it, and they also did a like, according to the person who runs the show, that at exactly midnight the toys come out and dance, and so huge dance. And for the nativity, they brought in live camels.
Whoa, that's cool.
Good morning, Miss Garner.
Good morning, Dikshita. Well, I hope that puts you in the Christmas spirit. That sounds really festive.
It did.
You have a new whiteboard that you're using today? Could I see it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice, with dotted lines. Perfect for our phonograms. And Aryanch asks, when are we going to write with pen? You'll do that really more like in middle school and high school.
Why do we have such a tiny class today?
We've had some people going on and off the call. We had all 15, but I don't know where the last couple of people went. They've just been going on and off, probably with poor internet connection. That's right. Countdown to Christmas, 21 days till Christmas, Rishith. And after today, only 2 more weeks of school, so 10 more school days left until your Christmas break. Who's excited for that? Good. Me too. Yes, Aryanch?
Can I do a song on my harp now?
What, Aryanch?
Is our Christmas break going to be 3 weeks? 1 week that's blocking the week that Christmas, huh?
2 weeks, but there's a weekend right before and afterwards, so it's almost like 2.5 weeks. I see a couple of people remembered their crazy hats for today. I forgot to put one on, but today is Crazy Hat Day at school. So it looks like Alina, Josiah, and Samhita remembered to put theirs on. And you are welcome to wear a crazy hat today if you would like. Or a crazy hat alternative like Marcus's, just balancing something on his head. So I hope that you all have been enjoying what we're learning about in all of our subjects lately. We have not had much of a chance to talk about Pompeii and Mount Vesuvius since you all were reading about that and watching some videos on it lately. What did you all think of Pompeii? Had anybody heard of the destruction of that city before by Mount Vesuvius? Yes, Ty?
Number one, yes, I did know. And number two, I brought the closest thing to cover my phone.
Yep, that works as a hat. Kind of looks like a wizard hat. Oh, and Harika's got a book as a hat, and Aryanch has a Christmas hat with reindeer antlers, it looks like. So cute. Oh, Dikshita, that looks nice too.
I'm just wearing a summer hat. But it's winter.
Wear my book as a hat as well.
I can only look through one eye.
Well, it's wonderful to see everybody today. We are going to get started on some phonogram review after we do our Pledge of Allegiance and school motto. Let me see if I can keep this balanced as I stand up to say the pledge. Oh, yep. Can anybody else stay balanced as they stand and join me for the pledge? But to show respect, we take off our hats for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Why
we can put them back on. Okay, please join me for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And please join me in saying the honor code. Honor. I will honor those things which are good, true, and beautiful. Respect. I will show respect to others at all times. Service. I will do good things for others without being asked. Excellence. I will strive for excellence in all things. Perseverance. I will fulfill commitments and not give up or act on discouragement. Please join me for a moment of silence. Okay, well, let's get started today in some spelling review. We do have our mastery test today. So we'll review the words that are especially tricky that are on your test today.
Miss Garner, why is everyone wearing hats?
It's Crazy Hat Day at school. So we're wearing either hats or a hat alternative. Oops. I think I'll take that off. Whoa, Kruthi, nice balancing. Okay, boys and girls, take out your whiteboard and marker. Arshab, would you turn your camera on? Arshab, I need you to keep your camera on, please. And let's write a couple of phonograms to review first today, starting with E-I, piece of pie, the backwards phonogram. Yes, Aryansh, it was some goal for Turkey Trot. I couldn't remember what it was, but yeah, I think that's right, that it was the $20,000 goal for Turkey Trot. So nicely done for all of those of you who helped raise some money. E-I, we say E-I, but we write I-E. Next, please write N, two-letter N, used both at the beginning and end of a base word. N, two-letter N, used both at the beginning and end of a base word. Hold it up when you're done writing, please. I see some people wrote ng. We need to flip the letters for the phonogram N, two-letter N, used both at the beginning and end of the base word. So Rishith, it looks like you need to flip those two letters. You've got the right letters, but just flip the order of them. Wa is wearing a what kind of hat? An edible hat. I don't see it anymore. Is your hair edible? Oh, now it's an edible hat, yes. Whoa, Emma's got a cool hat. Lots of hat options. Okay, next phonogram, please write F, two-letter F. F, two-letter F. This is in Greek words. Marcus, make sure you're still writing. Whoa, I like that hat though. You look like the Phantom of the Opera with half of your face covered too. 2-letter F. Next, please write the phonogram J, 3-letter J, used after a single vowel, which says at, I. My hat was not staying very still. I'll try my best, though, to balance. J, 3-letter J, used only after a single vowel, which says at, I. Okay, time for some word review. Let's start with the word succeed. Please write succeed. Like, can you succeed in keeping your hat on for the entire lesson? Do you think so? Succeed. I pessimistically think I will not be able to keep mine on the entire time. Succeed. Let me take a look at our jobs. Oh, is that the one from school that they handed out a couple years ago? Or maybe it was last year. I remember those. Succeed. Hold up your board when you are done writing, please. Make sure we double the C and double the E. Succeed. Harika, change your spelling to the one that is on my board. Succeed. Double that C and double that E. Nice. Good job, Harika. Okay, next, please write the word foreign. We think to spell foreign, like reigning over a foreign country. You will not have to mark your words on the test today. However, if there are some words that it helps you to mark, still do that. Sahanasri, you are so close, but missing the 2-letter phonogram at the end. And Emma, we need to flip the order of those letters. Next, please write severe. 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 Next, please write wreath, like a Christmas wreath was on the door. Wreath. Tig, you have a question?
When we were talking about a few minutes ago, I heard my mom. I heard my mom say that they've climbed Mount Vesuvius and they.
You're cutting out a little bit. Can you say that one more time?
While we were talking about Mount Vesuvius a few minutes ago, I heard my mom and mom talking about like they went to Mount Vesuvius and they went to Pompeii too.
Oh, cool. If they have pictures they would like to share with the class, that would be wonderful. Maybe sometime next week.
Mom.
Or if they have it just available right now, that's great too.
They don't have it right now, but when I get on Monday.
That would be great. Did anybody else hear if their parents had been to Pompeii or Mount Vesuvius before?
But I have been
Josiah?
to Washington, D.C.
My parents haven't been there. My brother's library teacher has been there.
Oh, library teacher from a different school or our school?
Yeah, library teacher
From a different school. Okay. Very nice. I went to Italy once, but didn't go to Pompeii and Mount Vesuvius. I would love to do that someday, though. It would be an interesting place to see what life was like at that time, just wandering around the streets of a city and seeing, really just putting yourself in their shoes. Imagine what life would be like if you lived there. 2,000 years ago, in the time of the empire. Okay, let's do just a couple more. Whistle and wrestle are two words that have silent t phonograms. Please write whistle and wrestle. Emma, did you have something to share?
My mom and my dad has been to Niagara Falls.
Ooh, cool.
And Miss Gardner, I've been to Niagara Falls when I was a little baby.
Nice. So you probably don't remember it all, but you've got pictures of you there, I bet.
Actually,
Mom
I
and
do
Dad have a
remember.
picture.
We got so close to the Niagara Falls. We got so close in a boat that water was literally splashing all over.
I've been there when I was little too.
Oh,
I was there 3 times.
I was there when I was like 3 or
wow. Okay, well, let's keep ourselves back on mute now and check that your spelling matches mine of whistle and wrestle. Whistle and wrestle. Hold it up when you're done. There's a lot of people who still haven't seen boards from, and a couple of frozen screens. But please write wrestle and whistle and hold up your board when you're done. Dikshita, you're very close, but for wrestle, it's just E that makes the S sound. You change that? I see Samhita again doing a great job of writing extra words like distinguish must be a kind of trickier word that you like to have a little more practice with.
One time I spelled it wrong in practice.
Oh, so that's a wonderful strategy. If there's any words that you remember spelling wrong, boys and girls, you could write them again. Just like I mentioned for your multiplication facts that we want to have a hard pile of the ones that are more difficult for you. We do practice more often with those. The same with spelling. There are some spelling words which maybe you've just mastered from that list really quickly. And then others that need a little more practice, like maybe distinguish. Great strategy, Samhita. Okay, it is 8:50 and we are going to start our mastery test at this time. So please erase your board and take out a blank piece of paper. We've got a pretty long list this time around, 37 words on the test. Pretty long
I remember
one.
that from the last time.
Yeah, it was a long quiz last time too.
But now I'm ready.
So we're going to get started on, oh, I'm glad you're ready for it. Who else feels ready for the test? Good.
Miss Garner?
Alina, make sure that you always wait till you're called on to unmute yourself, okay?
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Thank you. It was very respectful. Okay. Yes, Alina.
My dad actually been to Mount Vesuvius before.
You have been there?
Oh, my dad has been there. He actually has also photos.
Dad has.
Mm-hmm.
That would be very cool if you could share it with us.
Yeah. I told my dad like maybe I should share it like on Monday, and he said okay. Yeah.
That would be wonderful. Yep.
Mhm.
We are moving on to a new chapter next week, but I would love to continue seeing things that you, maybe your family members have learned about Mount Vesuvius and Pompeii. We're also at times going to have some books about volcanoes that we get to read in reading groups, which is really cool too, to figure out a little bit more of the science behind why volcanoes ever exist, how they come up from the earth, how they form, and then also some of the effects of their eruptions. And that actually connects well with what we're doing in science right now, because we're talking about changes in ecosystems, and a volcanic eruption can change an ecosystem for the good in some ways, surprisingly. But we also know there can be lots of destruction. How can a volcano actually be good for an ecosystem, though? Does anybody remember? I think this was in the video that I filmed for, I guess it's today, so maybe you haven't watched that one yet. But does anybody have an idea of why a volcano might be actually good for an ecosystem? I see Kruthi with her hand up.
Because like if it's a really old town, so whenever it erupts, like it can like keep it safe, so like the weather doesn't destroy it.
Not exactly, but I like what you're thinking about for that to go along with our study of Pompeii. But actually, the ash can be really good for the soil. So from the volcano, we're actually able to have sometimes better soil that's much richer and filled with nutrients that are really good for the plants. Similar to how forest fires, remember hearing about this yesterday, that forest fires can clear out a lot of dead plants and make way for new plants, but also the ash is really good for the soil, so that the new plants that come up actually have really rich soil that they grow in. So just a quick little science connection. It's cool to have that as part of what we're doing in both science and history recently. Okay, let's number our pages to 37. Yes, Samhita?
But where's the science book, Miss Gardner, for changes in ecosystems?
We don't have access, or I'm not able to find access to that one because those science books, they're textbooks that are difficult to just find online completely. So I'm still trying to find one. The last one was just posted by like a random school, but I can't find this one. So okay. I'll let you know when I find it. Okay. So as we number our pages to 37, let's take a moment to review our poem, The Crocodile, which we're going to continue learning next week. And has anybody memorized this poem? I posted it in Bright Thinker as an assignment yesterday for you to practice it. Does anybody feel like they've memorized it? It's a short one, Samhita?
I think I have. I
Okay.
said it yesterday before I went to sleep.
Nice.
The Crocodile by Lewis Carroll. How doth the little crocodile prove his shining tail, and pour the waters of the night on every golden scale? How friendly he seems to grin, how neatly spread his claws, welcoming little fishes in with gently smiling paws. The Crocodile by Lewis Carroll.
That was perfect, Samhita. Well done. Would anybody else like to practice saying it? Alina?
Okay. The Crocodile by Lewis Carroll. How does the little crocodile improve its shining tail and pour the waters of the Nile on every golden scale? How cheerfully he seems to grin, how neatly he spreads his claws, and welcomes little fishes in with gently smiling jaws. The Crocodile by Lewis Carroll.
Nice job, Alina, as well. You guys have this memorized, it seems. Completely memorized. Okay, we'll have a couple of others do it later in class today. But at this time, you should be about done numbering your page. And if you're not quite done numbering your page, you can finish it as you go along on the test. Okay, so let's get ready for word 1 on your test today. Please make sure that you double check your spelling as soon as you're done and you sound out the words as you write. Our first word is severe. So as you write it, you should be sounding out s, v, e, r, severe. Mark it if you'd like to, but just really make sure you're sounding out every phonogram and remembering things to spell if we do have one that's a thing to spell. Okay? And you can just go ahead and write word 1, severe. Please write severe and sound it out as you write. I see Kruti doing a great job of that. Same with Dikshita. Okay. We're going to lower our hands for now so we can stay focused on just the test. This is pretty straightforward, just like our typical format for the test. Okay, severe. Number 2 is 90, the number 90, like 9 tens. Like I got a 90% on the well-ordered language test, 90. Okay, give me a thumbs up when you're done with number 2, 90. Good. Number 3 is slippery. And Alina, again, we're not going to raise hands right now. I need us to stay focused on the test. Thank you. Slippery. As in, the grandma had a hard time on the slippery kitchen floor. Slippery. Word 4 is sneeze. Sneeze. Please make sure you sneeze in your tissue. Sneeze. Number 5 is stationary, like a stationary pirate is still on his ship. Stationary. Meaning to be very still. stationary. Next is the other stationary. Number 6 is stationary, like little paper and pencil and note sets. School supplies, that type of stationery. Remember, we think of like some kind of girly, flowery papers to help you remember this stationery. Okay, number 7 is stomach. Stomach. Like I had a stomach ache after eating way too much last night. Stomach. Number 8 is straight. Like draw a straight line on your paper. Straight is number 8. It rhymes. Straight. Number 9 is succeed. Succeed. I hope you succeed in running the marathon. Succeed. That's number 9. And if you have extra time when finishing these words, I would recommend looking over the word, sounding it out as you read your own writing and see, does that look right? Does it sound right? Okay. Number 10 is telegram. Remember, this comes from 2 Greek words, tele and graph. But our word is telegram, changing it up a little bit. Telegram. Telegram. Number 11 is whistle. Whistle. Next is whistling. Number 12, whistling. Number 12. Number 13 is wholesome. Wholesome. Like the story of Black Beauty is a very wholesome story. Wholesome. Okay. Number 14 is wreath. Wreath. Like a Christmas wreath. We'll take a little break after We get about halfway through, so just a little bit more. Number 15 is wrestle. Like, try not to wrestle too tough with your sister. Wrestle. And number 16 is mean. Like, what did you mean to say? Or that little boy was being mean to somebody on the playground. Or in math, you can use it to say, what's the mean of the numbers? Mean. And the past tense of this one, number 17, is meant. It's an unusual past tense. Meant. She meant to say meant. Unusual past tense. Okay. Number 18 is early. How early do you get up in the morning on a school day? Early. Number 19 is earlier. Like he gets up earlier than his sister. Earlier. And number 19 or 20 is earliest. Earliest. Okay, we'll take a little break at this time. We are a little over halfway through, so stand up, stretch a little bit, so that you get a little bit of a break from writing, or if you'd like to just take this as a moment to check the spelling of your words, make sure you feel good about all of them that you've written so far.
Miss Gardner?
Yes, Lisa?
My neighbor's dad was supposed to run a marathon this year.
But did it not happen because of COVID?
Yeah, COVID.
Yeah.
He ran a lot of marathons.
That's a great goal. Maybe some of you guys will run marathons someday. Did anybody's parents run marathons? Alexander, yours do? Oh, nice. Ariane, you've got some vocabulary flashcards.
I ran a marathon last year.
Oh, you ran one yourself. That's very impressive.
Maybe once or twice, but I have absolutely no clue.
Mm.
When my dad was a kid, he used to do racing the track.
Oh, like track and field. He was for like when he was a high school student, maybe on the team.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then one time he was something where there's going to be like a tall, you have to jump over it. I forgot what that's called, but one time he was doing it and then he like this on his hand and he sprained it.
Oh, that sounds really painful. Because all of your body weight would be on it. That would really hurt.
That's
But our
actually
bodies
happened to
are
me when I
amazing
was,
and they can heal from a lot of terrible injuries still.
that's actually happened to me one time when I was running. I literally landed like this on my arm and it felt like I couldn't even touch anything with that.
Yeah, that's happened to me one time when I lived in North Carolina. I was at a indoor playground at the mall, and they had a like little lighthouse that you could climb, and I was like halfway up, and then I slipped, and then all of my weight went onto this hand.
Oh. Did it bend back?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's continue our test. It's nice to have a break every so often to give our minds a break and our bodies, because I know that's a lot of writing to do all 37 of these words. Okay, who's ready to continue with number 21? That's where you should be right now. Number 21. Okay, word 21 is consider. Consider. Number 22, consideration. Consideration. Number 23, distinguish. Distinguish. Number 24 is colony. Number 25 is the plural, colonies. Number 26 is the adjective form, colonial. So we add that al suffix to make it an adjective. Colonial. Number 27 is colonize, which is the word as a verb. Colonize, which means to make something a colony. Number 28 is sure. Like, are you sure about that answer? Sure. Sure. Number 29, turn it into a verb, assure. He assured her that she would do really well. Assure. Number 30 is relief. Like, phew, that was a relief. Number 31 is raise. Raise. Number 33, divide. Divide. Number 34, we just have 4 more. Number 34 is occupy. Occupy.
Miss Gardner, what is 33?
33 was divide. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I think I skipped one. I'm sorry. I skipped retire. So divide can be 32 for you all. 33, retire. I think that's the one I skipped, right? Sorry about that. Okay, so we should have number 32, divide. Number 33, retire. And number 34, occupy. Does that make sense? Okay. Number 32, divide. 33, retire. 34, occupy. Okay, you should have just 3 more at this time. Number 35 is probable. 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 Number 36, probably. Probably. And number 37, foreign. Foreign. Okay. I'm going to turn the chat back on so that you can write the number of a word if you are missing a specific number. Okay. 8 and 7. Thank you, Alexander. 7 is stomach. 8 is straight, like a straight line. Marcus, number 20, earlier. Earlier. 23 is distinguish, Samhita, the one that you were just practicing. Distinguish. Tag, number 31 is raise, like raise your hand. Ariansh, number 26, colonial. And 27, this is for Dikshita too, colonize. Colonize. Kruthi, number 9 is succeed. And number 14 is wreath. Rishith, 16 and 17 are mean and meant. Mean and meant. Oh, we've got quite a few. You know what, boys and girls, I'll just go over them from the beginning a little faster, but I'm going to go over just all of them because it looks like we had quite a few. And cameras are not working for me right now other than just one at a time. And so it was difficult for me to see if that was a little too fast. So I'll just go over them from the beginning, but a little faster. Number 1, severe. Number 2, 90. Okay, hurry. That's a lot of questions. So just hold up, but I'm going to go over all of them. Okay. Number 2 was 90. Number 3, slippery. Number 4, sneeze. Number 5, stationary, which means to be still, that type of stationary. Number 6, stationary, like little notepads and cards. Number 7, stomach. Number 8, straight. Number 9, succeed. Number 10, telegram. Number 11, whistle. Number 12, whistling. Number 13, wholesome. Number 14, wreath. Number 15, wrestle. Number 16, mean. 17, meant, past tense. Like I meant to say this. Number 18, early. 19, earlier. 20, earliest. 21, consider. 22, consideration. 23, distinguish. 24, colony. 25, colonies, plural, like 13 colonies. 26, colonial. 27, colonize. 28, sure. Like, are you sure? 29, assure. Like, we are assured that Black Beauty has a wonderful home. Assure. 30, relief. 31, raise. Like, raise your hand. 32, divide. These are the ones I flipped. 32, divide. 33, retire. Like he will retire from his job when he's older. 34, occupy. Occupy. 35, probable. 36, probably. And 37, forest. Hope we're all good now. Are there any others that still need to be repeated? You can write it in the chat if so. And at this time,
forest.
Foreign. Not forest, but foreign. 36, Dikshita, was probably. Boys and girls, you will, as always, upload this to Bright Thinker when you're done. So make sure that you put it in a safe spot so you don't lose it, and put a date at the top of it. There have been a couple of times that people have kind of maybe lost this before they even uploaded it, or uploaded the wrong test. So make sure that it says December 4th on the top of it. Emma, 25 through 27 are colonies, which is the plural. Like there are 13 colonies, or there were 13 colonies in America. Number 26 is colonial. Okay. Number 27 is colonize, like Rome tried to colonize Gaul. Colonize. Tag number 37 was foreign, like a foreign country. Sahanasri, number 21 is consider. Like, did you consider whether you'll go to the birthday party? Consider. Okay, anybody else? Arshad, I see your hand up. Is that just from before? Alexander, your hand is up. Is that for a question? And click lower hand if you don't have a question. Okay, we are going to just do a little introduction to our well-ordered language new chapter on interrogative sentences. So have that test paper in a safe spot, and we're going to actually not learn any new jingles for this new unit that we're starting, but we're going to review 2 of our older jingles, starting with the sentence jingle. Do you all remember the 4 kinds of sentences? Alexander, would you unmute yourself and you'll be my helper as we review the 4 types of sentences. And boys and girls, at this time, you can get out our well-ordered language, stand up, move around. After a spelling test especially, that is a lot of writing and sitting still. So I want you to show me the movements for the 4 kinds of sentences. Alexander?
Like the jingle?
That's right.
All right. I know the jingle. I master it.
So do you remember the motions too? Because we have motions for this song.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Go ahead and start when you're ready.
Right. The sentence is a group of words expressing a complete thought. There are 4 kinds of sentences. A declarative sentence makes a statement. Interrogative sentence asks a question. Interrogative sentence gives a command. And the exclamation sentence is strong feelings. The sentence is a group of words expressing a complete thought. There are 4 kinds of sentences.
Okay, let's do it one more time. Great job, Alexander. You memorized it perfectly, even though it's been quite a while since we've done it. Sanhita, would you
From the beginning.
Well,
A sentence is a group of words expressing a complete thought. There are 4 kinds of sentences. Declarative sentence makes a statement. Interrogative sentence asks a question. Imperative sentence gives a command. Exclamatory sentence expresses strong feelings. A sentence is a group of words expressing a complete. There are 4 kinds of sentences.
nice job. So we are going to focus on interrogative sentences in our new chapter. Now, according to our jingle, what does an interrogative sentence do? An interrogative sentence? What does it do? Asks a question. Would you show me a good interrogative face? a questioning face. I'm not sure about that. Interrogative. You might think of our word for roots. We learned, not examine, what was it? Evidence. I'm looking for some evidence. Kind of a detective look on your face. Hi, your mom is playing a word game. That sounds fun. Okay, so open up your well-ordered language workbooks, and we're not going to do any work in them, but I'd like to go over how we analyze sentences that are interrogative. We are not going to learn about any new part of speech. But an interrogative sentence has a slightly different order of words, as we'll see. Would you turn to page 190 in your workbooks? 190. Actually, let's start over on page 187. I'm going to present my screen as well so you can follow along. Page 187. Good question. There is a fable jingle that we'll talk about, which is really just for the lessons to enjoy. And it's a cute little fable, so we're going to learn it, just not going along with our interrogative sentences today. That's the last jingle from your workbook. Okay. Let's read the little introduction here, starting with can you tell? Josiah, would you read this first paragraph for us? On page 187. Josiah, would you read it? Oh, it's a little, not quite low enough.
Can you tell when a dog is happy, angry, or guilty? If he is wagging his tail, he is in a happy, go lucky mood. It is almost as if he is asking you, will you play with me? If he is showing you his teeth and snarling, step back. If his ears are down and his tail is between his legs, he is probably guilty of eating cake. Cake your mom was saving for after dinner. Words in a sentence are a little bit like these signs that we can see in the behavior of a dog. If a dog greets you with a wagging tail, you know he is asking to play. If a sentence greets you with a helping verb, it is a sign that a question is being asked. The first sign is the sentence predicate, which is coming next.
Predict, which means it's telling you what will happen.
Consider this sentence. Did he eat the cake? Do you see how it starts with the helping verb? Notice how the pronoun he sits in between did and eat. The word he separates did and eat.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there for a second. So notice what's happening here, boys and girls, and I want your pencil out to actually mark this. Now, it says, do you see how it starts with the helping verb did? Now, that's the first time we've had a verb of any kind at the beginning of a sentence, right? What's usually at the beginning of our sentences? Emma, what's usually at the beginning of a sentence?
A subject?
Correct, a subject. Or maybe the adjective modifying a subject sometimes. But this is one of our helping verbs. Now, a helping verb at the beginning of a sentence is a good clue that it's an interrogative sentence. Did he eat the cake? Also, the question mark at the end is a hint that possibly the first word is a helping verb. Did is a helping verb. Now, this part's unusual as well. We've got a subject between our predicates. He did eat the cake would be a way of saying these exact same words, but as a declarative sentence. Did and eat are the predicate. Did is the helping verb to help the verb eat. So almost always our interrogative sentences are going to be in this order of a helping verb, then a subject, then your predicate verb. The rest of this says, be alert, read the signs. If a helping verb starts the sentence, it means a question is coming. In this chapter, you will learn how to make sentences that ask questions. We will make these interrogative sentences using helping verbs and subject pronouns. So that's what we're going to focus on in this chapter. These interrogative sentences which ask a question that start with a helping verb. Okay, now to do that, we really need to know our helping verbs. So let's review this jingle, verbs and helping verbs. Could I have a volunteer lead us in the verb and helping verb jingle? Ben, would you like to do that for us? I can get you started on the tune.
Yes, I will.
Okay, thank you. This is the one that starts like, a verb is a part of speech. Do you remember?
Yep.
Okay.
A verb is a part of speech.
A verb is a part of speech.
A verb shows action or state of being.
A verb shows action or a state of being.
A verb is a part of speech.
A verb is a part of speech.
A verb shows action or state of being.
A verb shows action or a state of being.
A helping verb helps another verb to express its meaning.
A helping verb stands
near the verb. It is called an auxiliary. Am, is, are, was, were, being, been, has, have, did, had, do, does, did, may, might, must, should, could, would, shall, will, and can. A helping verb stands near the verb and it is called an auxiliary. A helping verb stands near the verb. It is called an auxiliary.
Nice job, Ben. And you're the helping verb special helper since you're one of the words in the song. Okay, so as you can see down here as well, we've got a helping verb at the beginning of one of these question sentences, and we're only going to slightly change our order of analysis. We read the sentence, just like always, to start off. Will you tell stories? And then it says, this is a sentence because it is a group of words that expresses a complete thought. It is an interrogative sentence because it asks a question. So that's a new part. Usually we would say it is a declarative sentence. But then the rest is the same. We would say still the subject first, even though it's not the first word. We say this sentence is about you, so you is the subject because it is what the sentence is about. And then we'll say this sentence tells us that you will tell. So we actually say it in the order that it would be if it was a declarative sentence. This sentence tells us that you will tell. Can you say that with me? This sentence tells us that you will tell. So will tell is the predicate because it is what the sentence tells us about you. So the words we say are exactly the same, but just keep in mind that we're going to say the subject first, which is in the middle, and then we say the two predicates. This sentence tells us that you will tell. Okay. That's all we're going to do for well-ordered language today. So we'll start that unit next week learning about interrogative sentences. And then this is actually the very last chapter in our well-ordered language workbook. So we're going to finish this up basically by the time it's Christmas break. And then we'll have a whole new round of jingles because the only jingle left at the back of our book is the fable jingle, which we'll learn next week. And then after that, we'll start book B, which you should have as well. This is well-ordered language book level 1A. Oh, it is quite a glare. It's hard to see. But level 1A is this book. And you all remember at the beginning of the year getting book 1B as well. And for math too, you've got 2 workbooks. Excuse me. So we'll start that second book at about the beginning of next year, like in January. Yeah, you got it, Samhita. It's the one that says level 1B, and it's the only other well-ordered language workbook that you should have. Okay, so starting next week, we'll begin this last chapter of the book A, and then we're already going to start on book B. We're nearly at the end of our math book too. Let's go ahead and take out our math book because we've got some work to do in it today as well. We are nearing the end of this, but we'll do a little bit more of this, I think, in January. It's going to be, yeah. So you have 2 math workbooks as well that you got at the beginning of the year. Does anybody happen to know, though, has any of your parents told you that you'll be returning to school next semester? Because your parents have the option of switching. Has anybody heard if they're going to be returning to school? Oh, Ben, are you?
I'm staying homeschooled.
Okay. Cameras are not working great for me, but it looks like, so Ben, you're returning? I hadn't heard that.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm going or staying.
Okay.
No, I need to stay.
She's talking about next semester.
Yeah.
Mom, next semester am I virtual?
Yes.
I'm virtual.
Okay, good to know.
Too.
So maybe it's just Ben, and we'll miss you here, Ben, but it'll be fun. I'll be able to see you in person at school occasionally. I'll like that. So you'll be probably with Mrs. Cristiano or Mrs. Dameron, one of the other 3rd grade teachers. Okay, so I had not heard that, but that's good news, Ben. You'll be back at school.
Wait, you're not going to be our teacher?
No, I'll be everybody's teacher who is staying virtual. But anybody who comes back to school, which it looks like Ben is the only person from our class. Actually, Alina, your parents said that you maybe were going to switch. Do you know if you'll switch yet?
My mom said that she wants me to do virtual.
Okay, so you'll stay with us.
Wait. My mom or dad said that I might switch. Wait, what?
When we did parent-teacher conferences, I know that they were saying they were still thinking about it. But if they told you that you were going to stay virtual, then that probably is the most recent.
Well,
Aryansh, are you returning to school as well? Is that why your hand's up?
I'm just telling you that my parents are still thinking if I can go. If the cases go more, I'll stay here.
Okay.
Yeah, same for me. My parents said, it depends on the corona cases.
Okay. The decision was supposed to be in by Thanksgiving, or right before Thanksgiving break, but maybe there's a little bit of flexibility since there is space in the in-person classes. Anyway, I was just curious since I haven't heard much recently about whether anybody would become virtual. Where did Ben go?
I don't want to leave Miss Gardner's class.
Oh, yeah, I would love to have all of you still as my students, but it is also kind of fun that if you were at school, I'd be able to see you in person and wave to you in your classroom. But then you wouldn't actually be in my class, and I would hate to miss out on anybody being actually in the class. Okay, let's take a look at our workbooks, page 119. We're going to be doing our pages together today in our workbook, so you won't have anything to do independently after class today for math. So yesterday we took a look at some problems that we actually can solve mentally using math facts to find multiples of 10 and 100. We're going to review that today and do pages 119 to 120 in your workbook. Okay, so let's first look at just a review of your basic math facts and some practice of the commutative property of multiplication.
Miss Gardner, your screen is black like it happened before.
Yeah, that happens every time I start to have the document camera, and then I have to switch over. Okay, so the commutative property of multiplication is that when we flip the order of these digits, which are called factors, each of these is a factor, we get the same product. The answer to our multiplication problem is the product. Okay. So when we flip these factors, we still get the same answer, which means that basically there is only half of what you might think you have to memorize of your multiplication facts.
What is the page?
119. Well, there's Ben. Are you okay, Ben? And we'll really miss having you in our class, but I do think it would be so fun for you to be able to be in person with people. Were you going to ask your parents about that to double check with them? Right. What did they say? Or do you not want to talk right now? Okay, that's fine. Okay, so when we flip the order of these digits or factors, when we multiply, we still get the same answer or product. So the reason it's walking through these is because we've been talking about the 6s, 7s, 8s, and 9s in our last chapter mainly, but we can solve these simpler ones, the smaller numbers like 3, since we've just been already working on the 9s, for example. And let's take some time to just walk through the answers to these. We're going to do all of the pages together so that you don't have any work to do after class for math today. So find 3 times 9. It is the same as 9 times 3. Who can give me the answer to 3 times 9 or 9 times 3? It's the same product. Harika?
What?
Could you give us the answer to 3 times 9 or 9 times 3? One strategy for solving it would be to think of 3 times 10.
Wait.
And then subtract 3 from it.
27?
Excellent. 27. So you could think of 30 minus 3. That's one good way to think of the nines. Or you could use our finger trick. Can you all do the finger trick with me to find 3 times 9? Anything times 9 can just find the fingers. There's the third finger since we're multiplying 9 times 3. How many are on the left side? 2. How many are on the right? 7. 27. Okay, 5 times 7 or 7 times 5 have the same product. Sahanasri, could you tell us the answer? What's the product of 5 times 7 and 7 times 5?
$35.
Excellent, 35. Okay, and finally, 9 times 8 and 8 times 9. You could use the same strategy we used up here. Of 80 minus 8, your tens, minus one group of 8s. Alexander, could you tell us the answer? Or you could use the finger strategy for 9s if you want.
I don't need the fingers or anything. I can just count.
You just know
Easily.
it. Good job.
90.
Okay, what's the answer?
Sorry. Oh gosh. Not 90. I'm sorry. 72.
Excellent, 72. Because 9 times 8 is like 9. No, you're good. You found it. 9 groups of 8 is like 10 groups of 8 minus one group of 8. Or you could use the finger strategy. Find finger 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Once you put the 8th finger down, there's 7 on the left side and 2 on the right. Okay, let's move on to page 120. Now, page 120 is the strategy that we did in our workbook yesterday, or in our notebook yesterday, where we can solve for longer problems mentally by using a fact that we know, like 3 times 5 equals 15, and then add on a 0. Now, if there is a number like this in the hundreds, there's 2 zeros. So how do we find the answer? Ty, can you tell us?
So for the question 4?
Yes.
Okay, so 3 times 500, what it equals 3 times 500s, which equals,
First, we'll write what 3 times 5 equals.
That's 15.
Excellent. And then, how many zeros are we going to add for hundreds?
1.
It'll actually be 2 zeros since this one had 2 zeros at the end of it. Do you see that?
Oh.
So over here, we add 1 0 because there was only 1 0 in the tens place. But now we have 2 zeros because it's in the hundreds. So we're going to add 2 zeros. And Tag, where would the comma go in that number?
After 15.
It's after every 3 numbers. So it's going to be between the 1 and the 5. So how do we read this whole number?
1,500.
Perfect. So 1,500. We take that answer, 15, the answer to 3 times 5, and add 2 zeros since there were 2 zeros here. Okay, let's do another one. Alina, could you help with this next one? 7 times 40. Alina? Having a hard time hearing her. So let's have maybe Rishith, you can be our next helper.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I can't really. Wait, Miss Garner, can you hear me now?
Alina, I can't hear you. Yes.
Oh, you can hear me now?
Yes. Go ahead and do number 5. Excellent. I'll have Rishith do number 6.
Okay. 7 times 40.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, do I say 7 times 40?
Yes. So for 7 times 40, our first step is to find what 7 times 4 equals. Could you tell us that?
28.
Excellent. So it's 7 times 4 equals 28, and it's 28 tens. What will the final answer be?
280. Because sometimes,
Excellent.
yeah, my mom actually taught me this strategy. So I knew what 7 times 4 is, and then when the zeros, like my mom's helped me on the zeros, like 7 times 4 equals 28, and then 1 0 equals to 280.
Perfect. So
Yeah.
just to understand the concept, what's happening here is that it's 28 tens because it's 7 groups of 4 tens. But a quick and easy way to do it is just to think of taking our basic multiplication fact, writing the answer down, and then writing the extra zeros at the end of your answer. So in this one, we've got 2 zeros. So we still have 7 times 4 equals 28, just like Alina helped out with. But Rishith, what is our final answer this time since it's 7 times 400 instead of 7 times 40?
2,800.
Excellent, 2,800. Adding 2 zeros since there were 2 zeros here. Okay, Arshad, could you help us with number 7? 8 times 60 is basically 8 groups of 6 tens. Let's solve for 8 times 6 first. Arshad, could you tell us what 8 times 6 equals?
Equals 48, and 8 times 60, I think it equals 480.
Excellent. It's 48 tens or 480. We add 1 0 since there was 1 0 here. Now, 8 times 600. As you can see, each time we're taking the same multiplication fact and adding either 1 0 or 2 zeros. Arianch, would you tell us the answers to number 8?
So 8 times
sorry, that was too low.
6 is 40.
Okay, go ahead.
8 times 6 8 times 6 is 48. And then 8 times 600 is 4,800.
Perfect. We add 2 zeros for hundreds, so 4,800. Okay, boys and girls, I want you all to do 9 through 14 with these as well. It's the same, where we just add 1 0 to these numbers in the tens, and then we add 2 zeros to our product with these ones in the hundreds. Please do all of those, and then in about 5 minutes, we'll go over the answers.
Miss Gardner, I accidentally did all of them whenever you guys were doing that. I finished the whole page, and now and then I did the match the caterpillar to its leaf, and now I'm
Same.
Fred.
I'm on page 100. I'm on page 100.
Oh my goodness. Okay, girls, but we don't want to get too far ahead. So please, let's just stop at the end of this, even though that is fabulous if you're able to actually answer those new ones. But let's stop at the end of this page.
Yes, ma'am.
And everyone else take a few minutes to solve these, and we'll go over the answers. And after we're done with this, I've got a little Kahoot game to review our math facts and solving these problems mentally in the tens and hundreds.
Oh, and also, Miss Gardner, how do
Yes?
I send, so remember that little Kahoot video that I found on YouTube? How do I send it?
Yeah. You know, I'll maybe show you after class today.
Okay.
Boys and girls, would you click raise hand when you finish? Okay, so it looks like we're maybe waiting for Tig and Sahanasri. Are you still working, Tig and Sahanasri, on these 6? Take your time if so. Just wanted to check. What, Tig?
But I just finished the
Excellent. Okay.
question.
Sahanasri, do you need a little bit more time? The cameras are not working for me right now, boys and girls, so that's why I'm kind of having to check in individually. Sahanasri, are you finished? Okay, I think that's about all. So Marcus, I'd love for you to share your answers to numbers 9 and 10. Could you share your answers?
9 times 20, it would be 130, I think.
Close. Now, what is 9 times 2? 9 groups of 2 would be the same as 9 plus 9.
18.
Excellent. Okay, now if 9 times 2 is 18,
Yes.
what's our answer?
Uh, 180.
Perfect. Okay, so if 9 times 20 is 180, Marcus, what is 9 times 200?
1,800.
Perfect. We add 2 zeros, so it's 1,800. Could Emma tell me the answers to the next two? 11 and 12.
11 and 12. So 11 is yeah, so 150.
Very close. Now 2 times 7, let's try that part again. It's the same as 7 plus 7. Do you know 2 times 7? Seven plus 7. What's 7 plus 7, Emma?
7 plus 7 is
You got it.
14.
14. Excellent. So if 7 times 2 is 14, how many zeros do we add to the end of that?
1.
Excellent. So what's our answer?
140.
Perfect. Now, Emma, do the next one as well. We already know the answer to 2 times 7. What's 2 times 7? It's the same as what you wrote over here for the other problem.
1,000. $500.
Well, it's going to be 14 again, since 2 times 7 is 14.
Yeah.
And then how many zeros?
2.
Excellent. So how do we read this number?
1,000. 1,400.
Excellent. Great job, Emma. Okay, and I'll have Arshab help with the last one. 13 and 14. Actually, I'll have Arshab do number 13, and then Josiah, would you do number 14? All right, Arshab, what was your answer to number 13?
Yeah, wait, I can't see. I'm gonna pin your screen.
Okay.
Give me a minute. It's loading. Okay, yeah. Number 13. 5 times 30?
8 times 30. Do you see it on your page, Arshad?
Okay, so it's a little blurry.
Do you see it
so
on
I
your
can't
book,
see
though?
that much.
Why don't you just read it from your book?
Oh, okay.
Okay,
now
but
I can see it.
Arshad, are you doing the work in your book?
Okay, 8 times 30.
Okay, you can use your book and just follow along from there if you'd like.
Okay, 8 times 30. So 8 times 3 equals 24. So I think it's 240.
That's correct, Arshad. Thank you. Okay, it looks like you are not doing it from your book, though. Do you have your book right there in front of you? Okay, had you gotten that far yet? Okay. Yes, very good. So 8 times 3 is 24, so then we add a 0. Josiah, could you tell us the next one, number 14?
You're adding 2 more zeros. So the answer is 2,400.
Perfect. 2,400 since we had 2 zeros. Nicely done. Okay, boys and girls, you don't have any other math to do on your own today. It's a good feeling. And we are going to take just a little bit of time to go over a little math review game now before we start our reading groups. So I've got a Kahoot game that's going to be reviewing some basic math facts that we've been working on. And also a few of those problems where you're going to solve for ones that are multiples of 10 or 100. So go to kahoot.it and I'll get the game pin for you in just a moment. 515-7534. And please just write your name so I can see it pretty easily who's playing as you go to the game. 515-7534 at kahoot.it. Yes, Alexander?
Miss Gardner, it's saying you've disconnected. We're trying to reconnect you back now.
Okay, I guess you might just reload the page.
I tried to reload it, but it still didn't work.
5, 5.
Let me
7,
start
5,
a new one.
4. Nickname
414-4047. Let me get a new pin. 4047. Because it looks like nobody's able to get into that one. Okay, 414-4047. Try that one. Still 414-4047.
Yes, I'm in.
It looks like, yeah, it should be working now. Excellent. Okay, and please just write your name so that I can quickly see who's in. Thank you, Harika and Ariane, for doing that.
I tried to put my name, but it's saying like smooth. Like this is the name. SMOOTHSPHINX36.
Miss Gardner, you're not
Sure.
presenting.
Oh, thank you for that reminder. Okay, let's present. Here it is.
Oh, great. I'm the first one.
Can you do the password again? I got kicked out.
Yes, 414-4047.
I just want to check my name. Oh, come on, it won't let me. Come, Chris needs.
Dikshita, I'm going to put you on mute, and then you can go ahead and keep playing your flute.
But it says somehow. I typed an I. Just took it
Okay, it
out.
looks like almost everyone's in, so let's get started. Okay, first question. 3 times 7. Choose the correct answer to 3 times 7. 32, 30, 24, or 21. You can go back and forth between the screens, but I'll also just say aloud the answers. Okay, still waiting for a few more. The answer is 21. Good job. Everybody got that one right? Although there's some people who are not playing yet, it seems. Okay, 4 times 8. Next one. Is it 24, 48, 32, or 42? (24, 48, 32, or 42? Excellent. 32. Samhita's in the lead right now, partially because she's the fastest. 6 times 7 equals 42, 36, 48, or 56 are the options. (42), excellent. 8 of you got that one right. Next question, 7 times 8. Is it 64, 56, 48, or 90? (7 times 8). The answer is 56. Excellent job. A couple of you said 64. That is 8 times 8. But 7 times 8 is 56. Smooth Sphinx took the lead. Don't know who that is, but next question, 8 times 8. Is it 48, 60, 64, or 72?
That's me in first place.
Nice job, Dikshita. What's 8 times 8? 48, 60, 64, or 72? Time's up. 6 of you got that right. Good job. 8 times 8 is 64. Okay, next question. 9 times 6. 9 times 6, is it 54, 63, 72, or 48? Nine times 6. The answer is 54. 7 of you got it right. Good job. And if you're able to answer these in the 20-second time frame, that's really, really good because it takes a little while to go back and forth and choose your answer. So that's really answering these quickly. Well done. 6 times 4. What does 6 times 4 equal? 30, 32, 24, or 36? 6 times 4. The correct answer is 24. Excellent. 6 times 4 is 24. Somebody said 6 times 4 is 30. You're close on that one. That's 6 times 5. Okay. Next question. I think these are now, yep. 4 times 80. So find the answer to 4 times 8 and then add a 0. 4 times 80. Is it 300, 320, 32, or 280? Use the answer to 4 times 8 to help you with this. Excellent. 6 of you got it right. 320. Because 4 times 8 is 32. Dikshita still in top place. Good job. Next question, 2 times 60. Is it 100, 1,200, 12, or 120? 2 times 60. Two times 60. The correct answer is 120. 6 of you got it right. Good job. Samhita took the lead. Oh, 2 more questions. 7 times 700. Is it? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't have the right answer on this. Okay, imagine that it's 7 times 70. I wrote it down wrong. 7 times 70. Is it 49, 42, 490, or 420? Sorry about that. 4 of you got what I was choosing was the correct one, but I meant to say 7 times 70 on that one. Sorry. Okay, next one. And I think this last one, I made a challenge one, I believe. Yes. 3 times 4,000. We didn't do any thousands. However, I think you can do it. What's 3 times 4,000? Is it 1,200, 120, 12,000, or 120,000? What's the answer? Excellent. 6 of you got it right. 3 times 4 is 12. And then we add 3 zeros to the end, 12,000. Let's see who is on the podium. 3rd place goes to Smooth Sphinx, which is Dikshita. 2nd place, Aryansh. And 1st place was Samhita. Good job, everybody. Runners up, Reckle something or Reckless, and then Harika in 5th place. Great job, everybody.
I'm Reckless.
Rishith, great job. 4th place. You were so close to the podium. Well done. Okay, let's now we're going to have just my reading group stay on. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. By the way, there is an event happening at school tomorrow at 5:30, kind of a Christmas parade where you can drive by and wave hello. Hopefully I'll be here right at 5:30 and join in.
I think Santa will be there giving out.
We will have a Santa Claus there giving out. There are some books, some cookies. So I hope that some of you are able to come.
We got the definition wrong of
There's
Santa.
books? There's books?
Yep, there are some books that they're handing out. I'm not sure if everybody will get one.
There's cookies.
I love books.
I love cookies.
And cookies. Books and cookies are both great. I agree with that.
Who doesn't love
5:30
cookies and books?
I love both.
Okay.
tomorrow on
In
Saturday.
the morning, 5:30 in the morning or in the afternoon?
No, in the afternoon. And actually, let me double check on that. It was either 4:30 to 5:30 or 5:30 to 6:30. Let me double check.
It couldn't be in the morning. That's too early.
It's definitely in the afternoon.
Tennis. So
Definitely. The only thing for me is that I don't like cookies.
It's from 4:30 to 5:30. 4:30 to 5:30 in the afternoon.
What? Where's
Okay.
it taking place? Where's it?
I hope to see some of you there. I'm going to have now just my reading group today. Oh, there's a lot of noise. Please keep yourselves on, and I need Jenna, Hannah, and Harika to stay. Bye, everybody else. Enjoy your weekend.
Bye.
Bye.
On Monday.
What?
Bye, Miss Gardner.
Bye.
See you on Monday.
Bye.
See you Monday, Samhita. Bye, Josiah.
Miss Garner.
Yeah.
What flavored cookies are those?
I think they're going to do some Oreos.
Chocolate chip.
Bye.
I love
Think so.
Oreos.
Okay.
I like
Hi,
Oreos.
girls. Good.
I wonder if we're gonna be reading about Christmas.
Well, you know, I think that we're going to choose a new book because I think that the Little Women book was just a little bit too challenging. So I'd like to find a different book for us to read together.
Can it be Christmassy?
That's a fun idea. Yeah. So I'm going to get one that is a better level, I think, for you all. And I think this one seems like it would be good on caribou, which is an animal kind of like a reindeer. Would y'all like to hear about caribou?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a book on animals of North America, specifically the caribou, which looks kind of like a reindeer, doesn't it?
Oh, I've seen that animal before. I once went to this little zoo thing, and I saw that animal, caribou.
Nice. Okay.
Last
Well,
year, like
I don't want to read about it.
last November, we went to some place where there's like so many light stuff, and like we were going to go meet Santa, like in a little tent thingy, and I saw like a reindeer there in a cage.
oh,
But I went to
Emma,
went to the
do
bathroom.
you not like reindeer or caribou?
I like reindeer. They're cool. I think.
I kind of.
Did you want to continue reading Little Women? Is that why you said that?
Not really.
Okay, well, I think you'll enjoy it. Let's read about caribou, long distance travelers. Okay, could I have Harika start reading for us?
Okay. Caribou can long distance travelers. Caribou can survive in extremely cold weather. They spend much of their time in Tartad.
Try it again. You're close.
Tartad.
That's an N. Can you sound that out?
Turduren. Turduren.
I think I know the word.
Okay. Try just this first syllable. Ton. That's right. Now try this part. Tund. So put it all together.
Tundra.
Tundra. But we say tundra since it's an unstressed syllable. Can you say
I knew
tundra?
it.
Good job, Emma.
What's
Harvika,
tundra?
could you say tundra?
Tundra.
Excellent. Which is, let's click on it.
Tundra.
It's a treeless plain, especially of Arctic regions. So it's a part of the world that's like very cold, but not really icy. It's just like fields that are really, really cold. Okay, you can keep going.
Tundra regions of North America. They also live in swampy forests called taiga.
Very close. Taiga. It says a g sound.
Taiga.
But good job pronouncing it as tai. That's correct.
Taiga.
A moist northern forest that mainly has like pines and spruces and fir trees. So that's where the caribou live. Okay, let's hear a little bit more. Emma, would you read next?
Sorry. In winter,